10th student. My name is Pardeep and I am working as an assistant professor in IT department in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today we will discuss the subject basics of database management system and the subject code is KOE067. So today's topic is ER diagram introduction. So we will discuss the basic, what are the basic building blocks to construct an ER diagram and what is an ER diagram. So ER diagram or entity relationships diagram. So ER diagram is also known as entity relationship diagram. Entity relationship diagram. So it is a conceptual model that gives the graphical representation of logical structure of the database. So it is a conceptual model that what it will gives graphical representation of logical structure of the database. It shows all the constraint and relationship that exist among different components. Okay, it shows various constraint and relationship that exist among different components. So what are the different component of ER diagram? First important is entity set, second is attribute, and third one is relationship set. So generally we denote entity set with rectangular box. So this denote the entity set. For attribute we use the oval symbol. So there are various types of attribute depending upon that. This oval symbol shapes vary. Now third one is relationship set and this is denoted by this diamond symbol. Okay. So these are the three components of an ER diagram. So there are some symbols of ER diagram. So see this rectangular box shows that it is an entity set. It is an entity set. Okay. This double line rectangular, this shows it is a weak entity. It is a weak entity. Next, this diamond symbol shows the relationships. Now this double line diamond symbol shows identifying relationships. What it will shows? Identifying relationships. Next one is this oval symbol shows the attribute. It shows the attribute. Next, this oval symbol with one underline, it shows the attribute is key attribute. Okay, it is very important. This shows that what it means. This oval symbol with underline, it means it is a key attribute. It is a key attribute. It shows the attribute is key attribute. Okay. Now this double line oval symbol, it shows it is a multi-valued attribute. This double line symbol, it shows multi-valued attribute. Now this shows it is a composite attribute. This dotted oval symbol shows that it is a derived attribute. So this dotted symbol, dotted oval symbol, it shows it is a derived attribute. It is a derived attribute. It is a derived attribute. Next, see these relationships with double line, it shows total party. It shows total participation. Okay, Now this 1:n, it shows cardinality ratio. It means one entity can be related to an E2 entity. One E1 entity can be related to an E2 entity. Next is, this is the min-max representation for the cardinality ratio. Next, let's see one example. Consider the following student table. So here Akshay age is 2, roll number is 2, Rahul age is 19, roll number 3, name is Pooja, age is 20, roll number 4, name is Aarti, age is 19. So the table may be represented as AR diagram as follow, that there is a student entity and student having the roll number is unique. Next is name, it is a simple attribute, age is a simple attribute. This roll number has some underline, so it is a key attribute. So it is a key attribute. This attribute is a key attribute. This roll number is a key attribute. It is a key attribute. Okay. So roll number is the primary key that can identify each entity uniquely. So here roll number is the primary key. It can identify all the attribute, all the entity uniquely. Next, see, thus by using student roll number, a student can be identified uniquely. Next, see ER diagram symbol. An ER diagram is composed of several components, and each component in ER diagram is represented by a specific symbol. Okay, it is represented by specific symbol. ER diagram symbol are discussed below. Okay, so here are the ER diagram symbols. Now for entity set, an entity is a set of same type of entity. It is a set of same type of entities. An entity refer to any object having, either physical existence such as a particular person, office, house or car, or a conceptual existence such as school or company. An entity set may be of the following two types. One is strong entity, second is weak entity. Okay, so strong entity is represented by this rectangular symbol and weak entity is represented by this double rectangular symbol. Okay, now next see a strong entity set. A strong entity set possesses its own primary key, means, and in entity set if there is a primary key then it is a strong entity. Next, weak entity set. A weak entity set do not possess its own primary key, so primary key is not present here in weak entity, and in strong entity primary key is present. Okay, so this is the strong entity and this is the weak entity. So weak entity is represented by double rectangle. Okay, next see relationship set. A relationship defines an association among several entities. It defines the association among several entities. A relationship is a set of same type of relation. A relationship set may be of the following two types. First is strong relationship set, second is weak relationship set, or we can say this one as identifying relationship set. Okay, so let's see what are strong relationship set. A strong relationship exists between two strong entity set, it is represented by using a diamond symbol. So this is the strong entity relationship. This is diamond symbol. A weak or identifying relationship exists between strong and weak entity set. So this is weak or identifying relationship set. It is represented by double diamond symbol. So this is weak or identifying relationship set, and this single diamond is strong relationship set. Next, let's see the relationship set. A relationship set is a set of relationships of same type. For example, set representation of the above ER diagram, the ER diagram that we have seen for this table is as follow. Okay, so there is student S1, S2 and S3. Okay, and there is course C1, C2 and C3. Okay, so suppose before that, let's draw this in the form of table. Okay, suppose there is student table. Okay, and there is student ID and there is course ID. Okay, student ID and course ID. Now there is student S1 who studies the course C2. There is student S2 who studies the course C1. There is student S3 who studies the course C3. The student study the course C3. Now in this, every student is related with some every course. So this is student entity set, this is relationship entity set, and this is course entity set. Okay, if we draw the ER diagram for this one, it can be something like that, that there is student and there is course and student study some course. This is the relationships, that student study some course. This is the ER diagram for the given you can say relationship set. Okay, next see degree of relationship set. The number of entity set that participate in a relationship set, it termed as degree of that relationship. So degree of relationship set is the number of entity set participating in a relationship set. So there are various types of relationship set. So on the basis of degree of relationship can be classified into following types: unary relationship set, binary relationship set, ternary relationship set, or N-ary relationship set. If only one entity is related with itself, then it is known as unary. If there is two entity, then it is known as binary. If there is three entity set, then ternary relationship set, and if there are n entity set, then it is N-ary relationship set. So let's see the unary relationship set. So there is entity set person who is related to itself with a relationship. So this married to is the relationship and this person is the entity set. So a person is married to some person. Okay, so it is unary relationship. So unary relationship is a relationship set where only one entity set participate in a relationship set. Next is the binary relationship set. So there are two entities, student and course. Two entity that student enrolled in some course. So this is binary relationship set. Binary relationship set is a relationship set where two entity set participate in a relationship set. Next is the ternary relationship set. So there are three entities, employee, department and location, and there is relationship is work in. So this is ternary relationship set. So ternary relationship set is a relationship set where three entities set participate in a relationship set. Next is N-ary relationship set. N-ary relationship set is a relationship set where n entity set participate in a relationship set. So you can understand this one like as follow, that there is entity E1, okay, and there is some relationship set, there is entity E2, and there is entity E3, and so on. So there are many entities, okay. Suppose En-1, En, okay, and entities are related, okay. So there are n entities, okay. So this is N-ary relationship set. Next, see the attributes. So there are various types of attribute. So let's see what are attribute. Attribute are the properties which describes the entities of an entity set. There are several types of attributes. So first one is this oval symbol is known as attribute. This double line or symbol is known as multi-valued attribute. This oval symbol with some other oval symbol is known as composite attribute. Just like name has other attribute like first name, middle name and last name. Next is the key attribute. The underline shows that it is a key attribute. The dotted underline shows that it is a partial attribute, and the dotted over symbol shows that it is a derived attribute. Let's see one by one. Simple attribute. Simple attribute are those attributes which cannot be divided further. So suppose roll number cannot be divided further, class cannot be divided further, and age also cannot be divided further. Here all the attributes are simple attribute as they are not divided further. Next, see the composite attribute. Composite attribute are those attributes which are composed of many other simple attributes. Okay, these are composed of many other simple attributes. Suppose, so there is one attribute address. There is attribute address. Okay, this address is composed of street, city, country and state. Similarly, name is composed of first name, middle name and last name. So the attribute name and address are the composite attribute as they are composed of many other simple attribute. Okay. Next, see the single valued attribute. Single valued attribute are those attributes which can take only one value, for a given entity. So here roll number, age, DOB, gender takes only one value. So all these attributes takes only one value, for a given entity, So here all the attributes are single valued, as they take only one specific value for each entity. Okay, so these take only one value for a given entity. Next is the multi-valued attribute. Multi-valued attribute are those attributes which take more than one value. So here roll number, age, here mobile is the multi-valued attribute. Suppose there are two mobile numbers, suppose 949041671523. So this is suppose one mobile number. So there a person can have two mobile number, two SIM card. So suppose 84665124034. So this is another mobile number. Okay. Similarly, email ID, a person can have two email ID. Suppose one is sample1@gmail.com. Okay, and it can have another email ID. Suppose sample2@gmail.com. So a person can have two email ID also. So these are the multi-valued attribute. So mobile number and email are multi-valued attribute, as they take more than one value for a given entity. Next is the derived attribute. Derived attribute are those attributes which can be derived from other attribute, just like age. Okay, age can be derived from date of birth attribute, Okay, so age is derived, it can be derived from DOB attribute. Next is the key attribute. Key attribute are those attributes which can identify an entity uniquely in an entity set. So here roll number is the key attribute. It can identify each entity uniquely. So there is one underline symbol. There is some underline symbol. Thank you.